Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Please like, share and subscribe. As you can see, I look like a rack. My voice is hoarse and I'm posting this later than usual. Well, not than usual because lately I've been posting videos later than I like to. But yeah, again, February. It's that month of the year for me. I'm recording this very late. It's very late. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I finished recording the Brazilian video. It was a huge video. It drained me because it took a turn that I didn't expect. Because again, all my content is channeled. And for this video, for my sake and for you guys' sake, I'm gonna keep it short. I'm basically just gonna draw the cards because the energy this week, it's a lot of water energy happening again. It's almost like a repeat from the last week, but in a build-up kind of way. It's very intense Piscean energy. Oh, but you said that about that last week. Yes, but this week is even more. I'm gonna try to put the chart on the screen, and it's gonna be for the 27th, which is good. It's when we're gonna have the new moon in Pisces. As you guys can see, we have like a bunch of planets in Pisces. There you go, you guys. I'm recording this on the 24th of February. This is the amount of planets we have in Pisces. All of these Piscean energy happening right over here. But when one right after the other, sorry. See, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27, 28. 0, 4, 6, everything very close to one another. But on the 27th, let me go there. That's when the new moon's gonna happen in Pisces. The new moon joined the gang. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things in Pisces. And if you notice, the weight of the whole chart is right here, in between Pisces and Aries. And throughout February and March, especially March, the weight is gonna happen in between these two signs all the time. Endings, Pisces, and new beginnings, Aries. Shifting, everything happening around here all the time. Ignore the houses, because the houses they vary according to your place where you're staying in the world. That's why we have the rising in Leo, because right now in Brazil the rising is in Leo, where I am. But depending on where you are, the rising will be different. So ignore the houses. What's important is planets and the sign in which they are. So we have Ceres, Vulcan, Moon, Sun, Nessus, Saturn, Mercury, North Node, Psyche, and Neptune. Everything in Pisces. And then we already have Venus in Aries, which, by the way, this week, Mars, as I said last week, started going direct in Cancer. But as of the 2nd of March, our good friend Venus in Aries, let me put in the 2nd of March. Not Mars, March, sorry. Venus is going to become retrograde. which is going to make us reassess our values. So that's why I've been talking a lot about looking within, seeing the truth through our own eyes and our own lenses, instead of going after answers that have been predetermined by other people's other ideas. It's like making your own assessment of reality. That's what Venus in Aries is asking of us when it becomes retrograde. It's like, make sure you are creating your values. You are the creative being in control of your values, of what you care, of what you love, of what you deem, of how you select life, of what you deem ideal, instead of buying prearranged things and idealistic ideas that have been told by you, because this is propaganda. I have this idea of propaganda. Do not buy into propaganda, because either people are buying propaganda or they become propagators, and we don't want that. We don't want that. And that's the era where we're living in right now. And propaganda everywhere, not just in the media, but even gurus and in the spiritual field, everywhere we see propaganda. It's disseminating prearranged ideas, pre-formatted ideas. People want stuff that come in boxes, and they just want to shove these concepts straight into their minds. Even artificial intelligence, they're going after artificial intelligence, ChatGPT and stuff like that, to give them the answers. And it's like, no, you build your own answer by interacting with reality and molding the answer according to what you're living in the moment. It's through interaction. It's building and dissolving according to what you're experiencing there. We have a bunch of planets in Pisces. It's like this little... It's like a little train, one after the other. So yeah, I just hope you guys can see that. But in joining all of these guys, we have Ceres, which is this wise Mother Earth energy coming to Pisces. That kind of helps us in a way, because last week we, as I mentioned, we were learning to go with the flow, but Piscean energy, it's hard because we live in a liminal space. We are always in this limbo type of place. But people have a hard time being there because people like to be in control of things, and we don't have answers when we are in limbo. We don't have precise answers. We don't have clarity, because in liminal space everything is possible, because that's the place where everything exists and doesn't exist at the same time. It's the place where things are being birthed and dying at the same time, are being created and are being dissolved at the same time. This is Pisces. But with Ceres in Pisces, Ceres getting in Pisces in the mix, it is this wise mother energy that helps us, that kind of soothes us. It calms us down and helps us deal with this flow energy better. It helps us understand this flow state a little bit more. And it's going to be necessary because we're having the new moon on the 27th. And new moon is a moon for
it's a moon of internalized energy. We should go inwards and reflect upon what we want to plant for the new cycle. It's about self-reflection. It's a very contemplative energy. And this one especially, it's a very special one because it's ushering us to the energy of the eclipse that is going to happen on the 14th of March. And it's going to be a huge one, guys. It's going to be a huge eclipse because this year, as I've been saying, it's not an ordinary year in the history of mankind. Because astrologically, we're having a lot of things happening. I'm not going to talk about a lot about astrology, but in astrology, we have 3 important things that we look for when we're talking about big shifts and big energies and all of that. We talk about the rarity of the phenomena happening, how rare this the phenomenon that is happening. I'm sorry, my brain is not working anymore. Especially with all the Pisces energy, I can't be very clear. And not just that, I'm completely in this liminal space. That's why I'm like this. My eyes are closing a lot. And by the way, I don't know if you know that. Again, I'm from Brazil. And right now in Brazil, we are at the highest point of summer. Everywhere, it's like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be like over 30 Celsius. Not over 30 Celsius, it's almost like 40 Celsius. In some places it's unbearably hot. And then you may ask me, then why the hell are you wearing a woolen coat? And I was drinking hot tea, but my tea is over. When I'm having a lot of psychic downloads and shifts, and when my mediumship is at a very high level, very high frequency, I get very cold, very, very cold, no matter how hot it is outside. And again, I get very drowsy, especially with all this Piscean energy in the air. I'm very in my element right now. So that's why I'm like this. It's like I feel like I'm not on earth. It's almost like my soul wants to leave my body. That's why I'm like this and sounding like this. It's kind of hard for me to stay in physical reality, really. So it's a bit hard for me to articulate ideas for you guys in this video, so I apologize in advance. I'm gonna keep spacing out, and I will keep forgetting what I was saying. Like right now, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the things we look for in astrology. So the first one is how rare the things that are happening are. The second one is the geometry happening in the chart, like the aspects, and not just that, the planets involved in all of this, because when we have like daily, day-to-day type of planets like Mercury and Venus, quick movement, speedy planets, they are important, yes, but when we have like generational planets, collective type of energy planets like Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, which are karmic and all of these things, that's when there's a heavier weight in that. And when we're talking about dwarf planets and asteroids and in my opinion, it's even more important because fixed stars, because these things they work in galactic order. It's even bigger. The spectrum it's even bigger. And the third category that we look for are the angles, because we have very important angles in astrology. And 2025, we have all these three aspects happening at the same time. In ways that, and I talked about that in previous videos, and some of these aspects haven't happened before in the history of mankind. Other aspects have happened, the last time they happened was like 20,000 years ago, when there was this big reset for the planet. Other aspects happened when we were having great discussions in mankind, like Copernicus discovery, not discovery, but the debate of the heliocentric theory, that instead of the sun revolving around the earth, it was rather the opposite. It was the earth revolving around the sun. So big stuff happening when it comes to knowledge of mankind. So we're having a lot of things that are very special happening in 2025. And these energies are going to be triggered like a powder keg. After the eclipse on the 14th of March, and at the end of March, we're going to have this big reset for Neptune, and later on for Saturn in May, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to go to Aries at 0 degree of Aries, which is considered the most important degree of all astrology. It's 0 degree of Aries because it's the creative degree. It's where everything starts again. That's why it's called the creative degree. And especially Neptune. Neptune has this orbit of 156 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's 56 or 52. I think it's 56. So it's a lot of, and again, dwarf planets involved doing some angles and aspects that haven't happened in some cases in 20,000 years. Aspecting these planets with Pluto involved in all of these things in Aquarius, nonetheless. And Aquarius is this higher consciousness, is expansion towards the cosmos. So it's evolution, as the sign of evolution. And we are headed towards the last degrees of Pisces with all these karmic planets, Neptune, Saturn, the nodes, and with a lot of Piscean energy in this week. And Pisces is this again, the sign where everything and nothing coexist, and where we have this heightened conscience awareness, this heightened awareness of spirituality, where we start to see things in a bigger, much bigger way and deeper way. And everything that I said in the previous video. But like I was saying, a new moon is a moon where we plan. We plan our for the new cycle, and we are planning what is going to be triggered for what we are gonna trigger in the full moon. And the full moon happens to be the one with the eclipse. That's why this new moon is going to be so important. This is when we become aware that reality and truth and our life in general, it's a constant state of flow and a constant state of of construction. It's a process. There's no answer for where we are going. There's only presence and following the rhythm and building things according to what life presents you. That's where series is gonna help us a lot, is trusting this process. It's letting go of the rigidity of trying to control the future and trying to plan a lot. What is the word? I'm having a hard time literally finding words. Yeah, surrender. It's learning to surrender. There is this Indian philosopher called Jiddu Krishnamurti, and he has he's brilliant, but he has a lot of brilliant things that he says, and I keep quoting him over and over in my Portuguese videos. But there's something he says that I feel is very fitting for this week's overall philosophy, with this whole series helping us surrender and letting go, that we are gonna realize that there is the answer for everything lies in life, in life's observation. We're not gonna find answers in books and cards and in someone else's retelling of life. The answer to everything that we need is in observing life through our own lenses. So the answer lies in ourselves, because there if you go to someone else, to a book, to something, there's always the other person's perspective, and the other person's perspective cannot take fully into account your problem. The only person who has your problem fully into perspective is yourself. That's why it's important, this introspection, this contemplation of life, because there is it, and that is where he's brilliant when he says there is no you will see, when you're fully present in life, you will see there's never answer. There's only problem. In life, there's only problem. And when you become conscious of that problem, when you start becoming conscious of that problem, that's when the dissolution of that problem starts to happen. So you will never find a ready answer for a problem. There is never an answer for a problem. The answer for a problem, it's a constant process of construction that starts in the moment you decide to be conscious about of that problem. When you become conscious of that problem, it's like, okay, there's this problem. I need to be conscious of it. I need to take this problem into account. You bring it out to the surface. And when you start ruminating about the problem and you become responsible, and you try to understand that problem and elaborate that problem, when you try to comprehend that problem, again, when you become conscious of it, and you try to analyze it through different angles, and that's when the solution starts happening. And that's when the problem dissolves. The answer is found through the process. Never, there's no shortcut. Everything happens. So again, it's this thing that life happens as it happens. Life is constructed as it's happening, and life is built as it unfolds in front of you. That's what we're gonna start learning. And that makes things easier on us emotionally, but harder at the same time, because the world, it hasn't been built. The world we're living in currently hasn't been built to be lived like this. That's why we're gonna have to massively change it, and we're going through a massive change and massive transition. That is why these next few years, 2025, 26, and 27, especially 2025 and 26, especially after August, the second half of 2025, things are going to shift a lot. So yeah, I'm spacing out, going back and forth. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go for the cards because it's been really hard for me to stay here in this reality. Because I keep having downloads and downloads and downloads, and it's hard for me to bring them out because they keep coming, and I just want to listen and just keep flying away. And I'm really sorry. It's been really, I'm gonna take the cards, and pull the cards out for you guys. So you don't have to keep looking at my face, just spacing out. And it's important for you guys to pay attention here. The same things that I said last week, but it's gonna be on turbo mode this week. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition and all of that, but especially your feelings. Your feelings want to talk to you a lot. And one thing that I'm being very, very, very very emphatic about is that a lot of people, when I say that Pisces energy is about being in the flow and respecting the energy of being, again, in the zone and all of that, a lot of people associate that with creative process and feeling like, oh, I want to do this and I feel like doing that. And yes, this is beautiful when you are in the light aspect of Pisces, but sometimes being in the flow will be literally doing nothing. I don't feel like doing anything. I literally just feel that I just want to stay the whole day laying down on the couch, or perhaps just stay in this chair like this and crying my eyes out. Am I useless? No. No. Sometimes not even crying. Sometimes you just want to, I don't know, again, lay down on the couch like this, and you're not even crying. You just have like tears. They just start dropping out of nowhere. And you feel depressed. This is part of being in the flow. The flow, it's not just about being in creative space, happy place. No, it's also about being sad. It's allowing your feelings to come out and feeling them and understanding them, because as I said, Pisces is also the sign of empathy, compassion, universal love, not only towards everyone but towards yourself as well, because it's the sign of collective energy, and you are part of this collective energy. So extend that generosity towards yourself as well. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially after last week, that I said it would be a very sad week and melancholic, and we're still gonna have a lot of melancholic energy throughout in March, because Pisces is a very melancholic sign, guys. And as I said, 2025 is gonna be a little bit of a melancholic year throughout in general, but especially March. Why do I keep saying Mars every time I say March? I need to figure this out on my own, not during the video. But yeah, and I said on my own, not during the video, and I start having downloads. Jesus Christ, just stop it. So March is gonna be this very melancholic month. And especially after last week, I feel that people kind of felt guilty for having this sadness and feeling like they didn't want to do much, and they were like, oh, but I have to be productive, and yeah, you have to, if you have to work and all of these things, but when it comes to emotions, sometimes they feel like, why am I crying? I shouldn't be crying. I shouldn't be feeling this tired. I shouldn't be feeling this sad. I have everything in my life. Why am I feeling this sad? You're saying goodbye to a lot of energy. You're saying goodbye to a lot of things you don't even know about. So allow yourself to feel. To feel and to be in sad mode if you need to. You know, ask for help if you need to. Don't be afraid of asking for help. So yeah, because we're having to we have to clean up energy. We don't want to plant seeds on this new seeds. We don't want to plant bad seeds, you know. It's a very contemplative type of energy this week, guys. Very type of cleanse type of energy, just like last week, but in a much deeper, profound way. So yeah, okay, enough of me. They're asking me to take this one. Oddly enough, I'm not gonna take the same cards I took for the Brazilian collective. A few of the cards, yes, but not all of them. And again, this thing of asking for help, asking for your guides, listening to your intuition, angelic help, and all of these things, it's very heightened. Intuition is very heightened. See? What did I just say? This is the gateway of light activation oracle. What are we planting to be activated? Sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. It's literally creating an inner, listening to our emotions. The sacral chakra works on our emotions, because that is the chakra of creativity. What do we want to create? And sensuality here, it has to do with our senses, how we want to feel in the material world, how we want to create. And this creation needs to make us happy, needs to fulfill our emotions from now on. That's why we need to be in touch with this inner space, because we have to have it very clean and very clear. We're going to be creating from there. And what do we have to let go? Okay. It just jumped to our faces. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. And this resentment can be against yourself as well. It's like, oh, I should have done this, I should have been that, I should have gotten this far in my life already. I shouldn't have been so stupid to believe in so and so. But again, also resentment about other people, which is the most obvious one. I don't even have to say that. This one? No. This one. Disruption, helper guides. They're asking me to get the book. Oh my god, I'm really cold, but the sleeve keeps annoying me. I'm not gonna read it entirely, but just a few parts of it. You may experience sudden shock, betrayal, unexpected or unwanted upheaval or shift. Something that could even feel like an assault to your soul, but your helper guides surround you now with loving reassurance that you are safe and secure despite the turmoil at this moment. Blah 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 blah. Your helper guides are here to help you release everything that isn't serving you, even if you want to hold on tight. They're here to reassure and watch over you as your life is being redirected towards your true path and real, loving, supportive people. Your helper guides ask you to trust that all is unfolding for your highest good, even though you cannot see or feel this now. Call upon your helper guides as you navigate through these unexpected, unwanted, and painful shifts. Remember, you're being led to higher ground. Challenging as it is, surrender and let go. The doors will soon be opening to more fulfilling conditions for your spirit than those abruptly closing. Then there's a message from the helper guides to you. Any unexpected disruption opens the way to a new and better outcome. You have nothing to fear. You are on your way to what is good and right for you. So yeah, it may seem like the end of the world, but it isn't. These shifts in 2025, perhaps, or 2024, may have seemed like the worst, but it is redirection, okay? It was, it is, and it will be. That's what's coming for me. Pay attention to song lyrics. They're gonna talk to you a lot. That's why it's important to trust the flow. And surrender resentments, because some things might have happened, are happening, and will happen. And resentment creates a cord, an energetic cord, with your sacral chakra, which is the creation, the chakra of creation. And this disrupts the creation. Not disrupts, they're saying not disrupt. It delays the creation of the future you're hoping for. And it's coming to me, it blocks you from entering into someone else's life. It is as if, yeah, can you see, this is an X, and this lotus has the same pattern. You have to become the lotus. Come out of the shadow, come out of resentment. Letting go of the umbrella. The umbrella protects you from the rain, from storms. Can you see the sky is clear, there's no storm. If you keep resentment, it is as if you're closed off. You're constantly prepared for a storm. You're constantly prepared for the worst because you've been so hurt. But that is like a closed lotus that hasn't blossomed. But you need to blossom, because if you don't blossom, you will be stopped from going forward in this path. But this path is what is going to lead you not only to your true purpose, to your life, to to the true path you should be walking, but it's coming to me to your true love. I'm serious, guys. It's funny because the collective here, I'm always going to true love. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but there is a partnership waiting for you guys. But if you don't work on yourselves, their guides are gonna keep blocking you. Your guides are, that's why they're a helper. They're trying to see you to make you see the obstacles. They're trying to remove the obstacles. That's why they're disruptive. Because it's like, since you're kind of stubborn, you don't take the obstacles on your own. They're like, okay, we're just gonna create havoc in your life. It's gonna hurt, but you have to get rid of these energies then. Otherwise, you're gonna lose this opportunity. Can you see this? It's almost like this. I feel like it's a portal that is almost closing off. It's shrinking. And your guides are like, dude, wake up. You can't lose this chance. We're trying to help you. Let me get this oracle just a second. Yeah. Because the other person's guides are ensuring the other person, they are in this energy, which is the complete opposite of yours. Can you see that their wings are opened and they're full with love? They will only accept a person like this entering the other person's life. If you have resentment, they're not gonna allow you into this person's life. This is their guides' energies. They want their person to feel this. And people who are not fully with this are not gonna enter their lives. Let me put this card here. That's why you're being blocked. If you don't work on your emotions, because again, this resentment can be against yourself as well. Like, oh, I'm worthless. I haven't made enough money. I haven't done. Why was I so stupid? Why am I like this? Oh, blah blah blah. I hate my ex-husband. See? The goddess that came to you guys. Gala. Healing. You guys have to keep working on your healing. I don't make these things up, guys. This is a crucial period for you guys. This is a crucial period for you guys. See? The other person that's what they're looking for. Alliance. And it's not just any alliance. They have Hera. Hera was Zeus' wife. Hera is in astrology is related to Juno. Juno is about commitment. And as we speak, and not just commitment, it's literally the perfect partner. The perfect partnership. That's why it's alliance. It's what you expect on a partner and what you provide as a partner. And as we are speaking, during this period, Juno is in Sagittarius at 0 degrees. And 0 degrees is a very important degree, as I was saying in the beginning. There are some degrees we really take into account. 0 degrees is one of them. Because it's where everything starts. It's the beginning of the sign. It's where it's at its utmost potency. Juno in Sagittarius is this commitment with self-development, moving beyond frontiers. It's optimism. It's believing in it's having faith, believing in your personal growth, and looking for someone who is willing to keep up with your pace and be by your side in your evolutionary journey, who has the same life philosophy as you. It's someone who's willing to grow with you. That's the kind of person they're looking for. An alliance. People who can't keep up with them vibrationally cannot be part of this alliance, cannot be their partners. And again, I'm not just saying romantically. This is not a romantic soul tie. Necessarily. It may be, yes. But you are being blocked to be with someone that is crucial in your life, someone you have a karmic contract with, because there are some things you still need to work on. And this is going to be crucial for you guys. This period right now, okay? Even this pleasure here. Sagittarius is always looking for pleasure. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the husband of Hera. And again, Juno is in Sagittarius. It's like literally they're together. Juno in Sagittarius. Juno with Zeus. They're not taking anyone who is not vibrationally with them. And they are at their highest vibration because it's Zeus. They're right there. They are lotus. They are the lotus. They are complete. They're ready. They found themselves. They need them. They are fully integrated. They're ready for the next, for the transition, for the next phase. I'm not saying they're perfect, because no one is perfect. But it's like they're okay. You know, they did the work. So you don't have to be worried with like, oh, but what about me? If I find them, are they gonna be like evolved human beings? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. You don't need to worry about that. They've done the work. They've done the work. They're highly committed and connected to spirit. You don't have to doubt that. And they're very proud of what they become. Because Hera was very vain. And Hera is related to the peacock bird. And the peacock is a beautiful bird that fully displays its feathers. And which for me shows that these people, they exude their light. Just like here. It's like wherever they go, you literally can see. It's like I said, just like this lotus shines its light. It's like these people. You clearly see their light. Their inner light shows. what they are on the inside shows on the outside. That's why they're proud of who they are and who they became. They have nothing to hide. And they've been through a lot. That's why they're proud. They have this warrior kind of energy. That's why they're not gonna take anyone with BS. That's why you guys may be like, oh, but I've done a lot of work. It's like, yeah, but you have to do a little more, because these people, it's like high standard. It's like royalty. Like I said, Hera and Zeus, they're like royalty. I'm not saying you guys are like, I'm not trying to put you down. Especially because you guys are partners with them. It says here. But you just have to put a little bit of extra effort to get there. That's why you're being blocked still. There's a little bit of healing that needs to be made. But if you guys weren't worthy of them, there wouldn't even be a contract there. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Because maybe you guys are like, oh, you're saying I'm not worthy of them? No. As of yet, you're simply not in the same frequency. And there's a window for you guys to be in that frequency. That's what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, your timelines are gonna diverge. Diverge. I'm sorry. Again, not working anymore, my brain. Way of faith. Let faith be your guide. So again, just like this disruption helper guides, trust the process, guys. Trust you're being guided to the very best and by the very best. That's what's coming for me. And before taking the roomy one, I'm gonna take this other one, the law of positivism oracle. Because it keeps saying, like, have faith. Okay, it flipped already. That's how much they wanted to come out. I follow the cycles of my body. I feel like you guys are exhausting yourselves. Are you guys... Oh, guys, you guys. Are you guys overworking? I feel like you guys are being kind of workaholics to numb your emotions. So you don't have to look at your problems and your emotions. Because we have a lot of heart chakra energy and colors here. Especially in this card, but in general, in the cards. I think you guys are trying to numb your emotions by overworking. You know when someone is in love, but they want to forget the person, so they just keep working and working and working and working because, oh, I don't want to think about that person. So I'm just going to work like crazy. In those romantic comedy type of movies. or maybe they went through a heartbreak, and for the same thing, like they were dumped, or they were cheated on, or they got divorced, or whatever, and they just, instead of going through the grief, they just, oh, I'm just gonna pour myself into work. I'm just gonna focus on work and career now, and work and work and work and work. And your body just feels really, really, really tired. Because I honestly feel like a workaholic type of energy here. Because the cycles of my body could be like, oh yeah, I'm eating junk food and having bad habits like drinking a lot, but no, what's coming to me is, it's literally workaholic, overworking. It's like bad sleeping patterns, because you work too much, and when you get home, you either stay online a lot, because if you go to sleep, if you disconnect your mind for a minute, you will think about people. Either the people you're resented by, with, I don't know, sorry. Or the person you're thinking about because you're in love. So you don't sleep. It's like work and sleep. That's what's coming for me. And then on the next day, then you work and work and work and work, and then you go back home, and then you sleep poorly, and it's like a cycle. You're literally overloading your mind. That's what's coming to me. You're overloading your mind to become exhausted so you don't feel your emotions. As if your emotions came from your mind. Because that's usually what you do. You try to think your emotions. But again, as I say, emotions are not meant to be thought. They're meant to be felt. That is the moment you are supposed to do that. That's why it's the last chance, and it's like, make good use of it, guys. Trust. Let faith be your guide. Trust the process. There's a reason why you've been through so much suffering. Let go. Let go of control a little bit. Okay, no roomie for now. They're asking, oh my god. I didn't want to go this deep, and they're getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Jesus Christ. Why everything is so complex for me? I'm exhausted. Oh my god, I can't take any more channeling. Seriously, I feel like my soul is leaving my body. Jesus Christ. Okay. Which one? Because 2 came out. Okay. Both. Fine. We have Vision Quest and Great Mystery. They pretty much talk about... They're similar in a way. Like, trust the Great Mystery, and it's funny because the Great Mystery has the same colors as the way of the faith. See? It was like a continuation. So trust, have faith. And the vision quest. I'm gonna read the book for you guys. Oh my god. A lot of allergy because of cat fur. Okay. Alphabetical order. Great mystery. Have faith and know that you are being divinely guided. Again, it's like repeating and repeating and repeating. Even when you have doubts, trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Believe. You've planted your seeds and now allow the Creator to do the rest. Even if you can't see into the future, have faith that the path will be illuminated and go forward. If you have any recurring challenges, turn them over to the Creator. Not my will, but thy will be done. Your native spirits want you to know. Many native cultures refer to the Creator as the Great Mystery. It's the idea that Great Spirit is so vast and profound that in many ways it's unknowable. Faith is the foundation of the ability to manifest. Everything was created because someone believed that it was possible, and patience is absolutely crucial in the application of this principle. Trust. Change can happen in a heartbeat, but some things require time. You've planted the seeds, now give them time to grow. Please be patient and know that it will happen. Whatever receives your care and attention will flourish. Now the vision quest. Sacred Seeker. Take time away from people and situations. Step back. Withdraw. Inner truth is emerging in stillness. But first you need to retreat. Know that you're guided. Look for your answers in different ways. The answers are around you. Watch for signs in the coming day. Trust that your life is being directed. In earth-based your native spirits want you to know. In earth-based cultures, larger questions about life are often answered on vision quests or solo retreats in nature. Questions such as, who am I? What am I meant to do with my life? And what is my mission and my purpose in life? Were often answered on quests of various kinds. Even if you don't have burning questions, when this card chooses you, it's telling you to take the time away from your ordinary life. Take time to explore the depths of your soul. Your soul knows the truth. Take time in quietude to discover what it is. The answer to your questions are all around you, but you must be still to hear these messages, instead of over freaking working yourself to the bones. This part was added by me because, like I said, I feel you guys are numbing yourselves. You're numbing yourselves. Now the Rumi Oracle. I was gonna use this tarot but they're asking me to grab another one that I usually use for shadow readings, and I'm gonna get it. Let me just get the Rumi card and read it for you guys. divine discontent. And it's funny because this card is 12 and the disruption is 21, which is 12 in reverse. And Rumi cards, I have to read them because they're huge. Pages and pages and pages of explanation. And obviously I don't know them by heart. And I'm gonna read just a few passages because this is like 4 pages long. Divine discontent. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. Rumi. Literally, feel your freaking emotions, guys. Okay. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in darkness night. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I know it breaking and groaning in darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There's a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please, please restore me to wholeness. I can bear these missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety, that something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstasy, an ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet, as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Blah, 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 blah. Where is my beloved? Cried the awakening heart. I call for my beloved, and yet I am here, still waiting. I can't stand this no longer. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into a fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dancing feet, a pounding of fists upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Blah, 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 blah. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. Gosh, it's like reading everything I was saying. But if you must seek understanding, then know this, dear blazing angel. You are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart, you are realizing a truth. A part of you, deeper and wider, vaster and more instinctive, truthful and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. This is right. This is sensible. This is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says, there is something more than this inadequacy, this settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones that must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets in animation upon my computer screen. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty, by the real thing, that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendor that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt, my mind dissembled and my heart ignited by the presence of my beloved. I want to become a fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover, so my life may never be the same again. And so it shall be. The discontent divine growing within you is the beginning, not the destiny. Its purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection yet with divinity. Do not resist it. Witness it. Do not dismiss it, trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what is, what has been prized and treasured, and is now found to be plated and not the precious gold it was once esteemed to be. So yeah, like I said, there's a need for an awakening, guys. There's something that needs to be worked out. Because like I said, this person is there. This person heard the calling. And you guys need to be with this person. But there's a part on you guys that have been holding on. And this is the spirituality. I think you guys are very 3D type of person. Very logical, very rational. And for you, it's like, even this disruption sign, this disruption is like screaming at me all the time. It's like spirituality? No way. It's like dumb things for dumb people. And honestly, I'm like, yeah, then why are you watching my channel? Why are you listening to me? You know there's something there, because you freaking found me. You know? And I'm a little crazy, a little out there, but I'm serious about these things. Because there are a lot of people that say a lot of weird things in a very cuckoo head. I'm very serious about these things, even though I'm a jokester. Okay, I'm gonna get the deck. that I said I was gonna get. Just give me 1 second. Oh my god, I look like a wreck. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know if I'm making any sense anymore. I just look at the clock. It's like 2:30 in the morning. Every time I'm recording videos, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna record the international channel one. Today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I know myself. If I don't do everything in one sitting, I'm not gonna do it later on. I try to do it once, it really doesn't work. It's better for me just to soldier on. Is that the expression? I think it is. Unless it's really impossible. It's like I really just can't. I don't know where I was going with this. Gosh, stop downloading. Oh yeah. But there was something that I really had. It was like, you really have to... Okay, I heard something. Like a thunder. And of course, it wasn't a thunder because it's not raining anymore. And it was right when I was going to say it really had to be read today. The cards, the energy, it really had to happen today. I'm looking at the time to see if something tells me why. Okay, something important is gonna happen literally on the New Year's, the astrological New Year, to you guys. It's gonna be the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Oh, I have it here on the computer. When the sun gets to Aries, yeah, March 20th. Yeah, March 20th. Early in the morning. At least where I am. There's something. And then on the 30th, when Neptune gets into Aries. So Aries energy is very important for you guys. Which makes sense because it's about new beginnings. It's about this great reset. So yeah, these big moments, the astrological new year and Neptune getting into Aries. All this Aries energy is very important for you guys. August will be very important for you guys. May will be very important for you guys. When will Mars getting into Aries? Let me see here. Where's Mars? There you go. Okay, they're telling me Mars in Leo first. April 20th, and then April 10th, 2026. Especially April 10th, 2026. I feel like you guys are having a deadline. It's like an overflow of energy from 2025 until 2026 to work on these energies. It's like on March this year, it's like the clock starts ticking. It's like the final countdown starts. You know, when you go to these, when you watch these movies where you have, yeah, the back of the deck, 3 of Swords, you have this a little bit over a year to heal these wounds. To heal whatever it is that you have to heal. You know, when you watch these movies where there is this treasure hunt or something like that, and people are inside of a cave or, I don't know, a place. That is kind of a trap. A trap is triggered, something like that. And a door starts closing and there's a timer and the person has to go really fast under the door before it closes down on them and shuts them inside forever. I feel it's like that. March is gonna start the timer, the final countdown, and on April 10th, 2026, you're gonna be asked to, I'm looking at the astrology of that day, just the overall astrology, not seeing like anything specific or anything, because I really want to finish this video. It's like you're gonna be asked to take some action, you know? It's like it's now or never. It's like the sleep of faith. It's now or never. That's why I was supposed to get this tarot. Okay. I'm asking if the other person, because I was connecting with their energy, that's why I space out. It's like, how are they gonna react when seeing this door closing? And if they're gonna send you energy, whatever. And honestly, what we have is Ace of Cups at the back of the deck. Seven of Cups reversed. I don't usually read reversed, but they told me to read it. Did I say Wands? Cups. Seven of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands. And Eight of Wands. And for me, honestly, what that means is they'll be minding their own business. It's like, yeah, your problem is your problem. Again, you're the one who has to take action, not them. It's your life. They're living their life. They're living their life. They're not gonna, again, they're not gonna take any BS. They're not gonna fall for any illusions. They're gonna be dealing with, I feel like they're gonna be dealing with a lot on their own that doesn't have to do with you. They're gonna be thinking on something completely different. Yeah. See? Four of Cups. Two of Cups reversed. The last thing they're going to be thinking about is a partnership. They're going to be thinking about safeguarding their energy. They're going to be very closed off. And the Sun reversed. Very closed off energy. It's like, my energy is my own. I don't want anything to do with anyone. And honestly, an Eight of Cups reversed on the back of the deck, there's a little bit of trauma there with you guys, with this Eight of Cups reversed. They feel like, if you know this person, of course, it's almost like Back to the Future kind of energy. They feel like you're coming back with the same energy as before, unhealed energy. So there's a little bit of trauma there. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that. I have a lot on my plate. So you're gonna have to prove to them that you are healed. If you have healed, if you have connected to spirit and all of these things. That's why I feel like this energy of this Aries energy of taking the initiative and showing, hey, I'm ready. Hey, I did the work. Hey, I've changed. I'm connected now. But if you don't know this person, if you never met them, and you're meeting them for the first time, you're gonna have to do it the same way, because they're probably closed off, because you are giving signs that remind them of patterns from previous people and previous relationships that hurt them. And because they're going to be dealing with a lot in the external world, probably some shadow is going to be coming out for them. And it's going to be up to you to soothe them and prove to them, hey, I'm okay. I'm not a monster. Because I feel that now you're going through a tough time, because you're going through a tough awakening. They have been through that already, but I feel that next year they're going to be going through a tough time, but it's not related to awakening. It's related to daily life. I feel they are people who are more disconnected to reality. That's why they have, again, you guys have more of this practical, logical type of energy, and I feel they're more of the spiritual emotion. They're more in contact with their emotions. They have an easier time connecting with their emotions, their inner selves, with spirit and all of that. And dealing with the practical world is hard for them. And next year, life, it's gonna be putting a lot of challenges to them, and it's going to be a little overwhelming, and they're trying to adapt, but they're trying to adapt in a way that they don't lose themselves emotionally like they did in the past. So they really need to focus on them. So it's like, yeah, the last thing that I want is someone interfering with my energy, because I'm tired of bringing people with me and losing myself. And you're gonna have to prove to them that it's okay to bring me with you, because I am my own. I own my own energy. I'm not a bloodsucker, let's put it this way. An energy vampire. Because I think they were used to these type of people in the past. Because I feel they're very giving. That's why their guides want them to have pleasure and joy from now on. Because they have a big, big heart. They're very giving. And that's why they want someone to have an alliance with. They're tired of being the perfect partner for imperfect people. Which was the case of Hera with Zeus. Hera tried to be the exemplary wife, and Zeus was this husband that kept cheating on her in the mythology. Of course, it's an archetypical type of thing. It means a lot of different things, but I'm interpreting it literally for the purposes of the reading. And Hera, instead of, because she loved Zeus so much, she had a big heart. Instead of seeing him as the problem. Hera sought vengeance on his lovers, on the women. But never on Zeus. But that only harmed her. It brought suffering to her because she wasn't solving the problem, which I think was the case with this person. She probably had a hard time dealing with energy vampires, emotional vampires in her life. And after she finally got rid of them and empowered themselves, I say she because I keep looking at here, I'm sorry. And I do feel this person has a more feminine energy as well. They had to develop, they had to go through a lot to develop a more masculine energy. They did develop, but it's still a little hard for them to defend themselves. In a healthy way, they tend to close off entirely when things get overwhelming. So they have to be careful not to allow themselves to get overwhelmed. That's probably why they will be shut down, shut off for you guys, unless you guys come up with the right energy and show. Not show, you guys have to prove to them through action. That's why I was like, when will Mars go into Aries? There's this very Aries energy of action, showing. And for me, it's like, and I said the snake. Did I say the snake? I don't know, I just saw a snake with transformation. Happening on the 10th of April. I don't know if I mentioned a snake. I saw a snake. So yeah. The 10th of April is when Mars enters under the sign of Aries. And that's when you get to show the transformation. The snake. Okay. Enough channeling. Otherwise, I'm literally gonna fly away out of my body. Energy of the week. King of Cups. Mastering our emotions. Literally. Being acquainted with your emotions and mastering them. Exactly what I said. Activation. Energy to activate. Okay, this one. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles as the energy to activate is not being afraid of... Every page is very curious. A page is a student. They're very curious. But the Page of Pentacles, it's curious about how to do things. So it's... And not just that. It's the Page of Pentacles knows that things take time to be nurtured. He's very careful. He's the person that knows, again, I was talking about seeds in the beginning. He knows that in order for a tree to grow and become a tree, you literally need to plant the seed, water the little seed every single day, make sure that you're putting fertilizer, I don't know. You're taking care of the plant, basically, every single day, making sure that there are no plagues or insects on the plant, protecting the plant during winter. That's the Page of Pentacles. He knows that things take time and need to be nurtured. That's what you guys have to do this week. The energy to activate is realizing the work you guys have to do. And it's gonna take work. And it's diligent work. Oh my God, it sucks. Yes, it sucks. And it's realizing that it's not gonna work out of the blue. It's a process. What I said in the beginning. It requires a method. And it's a process it's an evolution it's a step-by-step kind of thing. It's not gonna happen out of nowhere. It requires commitment. The Page of Pentacles is like committed action. Little by little. It's a commitment towards your emotions. The mastering of your emotions requires commitment. Daily commitment. Through habit. And it comes from habit. From changing your daily habits. Energy to avoid. God bless me to edit these videos. Jesus Christ. Okay, 2 cards flipped. Should I take the 2? Yeah, they're telling me yes. Okay, at the back of the deck we have Temperance. So again, not only be patient, but know how to deal with light and shadow, look both sides of the equation. And with Temperance, for me, it's a lot of this patient kind of thing. It's being patient and compassionate towards you guys with Temperance. Because people are not compassionate at all with themselves. But the energy to avoid, we have 8 of Cups. Is it 8? Yeah. 8 of Cups and 10 of Cups. For me, these two together to avoid is, first of all, not, it's pretending that everything is fine, and it's not. Because the Ten of Cups is like this ultimate happiness. Is the ultimate happiness. It's Mars in Pisces. So don't pretend that everything is happy-go-lucky. Like I said, if you need to cry, just cry. If you need, like I said, the flow state is not all the time happy. Don't pretend you're happy with the way things are. It's not false gratitude, okay? An 8 of Cups. But also do not avoid your emotions. Because she's kind of avoiding the Cups. So that's why we have the back of the deck, Temperance. It's not running away from the emotions because they hurt, but also not pretending that everything is fine. It's going towards the storm. I don't know if you guys know that, but I even mentioned that in the Portuguese video. The buffalo, when they're wise animals, because they know they're slow, when they feel like a storm's coming, instead of running against the storm, they run towards the storm, because they realize if they run against the storm, it takes longer for the storm to pass. I'm sorry. Again, phrasal verbs. But if they run towards the storm it goes by faster. So it's facing your emotions head on. That's how you're gonna master them. And working as the challenges show up. It's not planning. The Page of Pentacles, again, he's a student. He improvises with the tools he has. He hasn't planned a way. It's like, okay, what's coming up next? Oh, cool. So I'm going to do this. It improvises. It goes with the flow. Okay? I hope it helped you guys. I'm sorry for this huge video. God help me. I really try to make these things shorter, guys, but again, everything is channeled. I just have to go. I have to go with the flow. I tell you guys to go with the flow, and if I don't do the same, I'm not being myself. And I'm sorry about how slow I've been in this video. I'm gonna stop saying I'm sorry. They're telling me stop saying you're sorry, because it's just making it longer. Okay. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and lots of love and light. Bye.